Another noteworthy episode is Hanuman's role in helping Shanidev, the god of Saturn, escape from Ravana's imprisonment. Ravana had captured Shanidev and held him captive when Hanuman destroyed Lanka and freed the imprisoned gods and sages. Shanidev was among them. Grateful to Hanuman, Shanidev promised that those who worship Hanuman would be spared the adverse effects of Saturn in their astrological charts. This is why many people recite the Hanuman Chalisa or pray to Hanumana, especially on Saturdays, to mitigate Saturn's harsh influences. This story underscores Hanuman's power to protect devotees not only from physical harm but also from planetary influences. It shows that Hanuman's grace is boundless and extends into all aspects of life, including the cosmic forces that affect us. One more important but often overlooked story is Hanuman's role in the Mahapralaya, the great cosmic dissolution. It is believed that at the end of every age or yoga, when the universe dissolves, Hanuman remains immortal and unaffected by the destruction. He survives the dissolution to carry forward his service into the next age. This story reflects Hanuman's timeless nature and his eternal role in serving the divine. In a spiritual context, it teaches us that true devotion and service, like Hanuman's, transcend time and space. They are beyond the limitations of the material world. Hanuman is a symbol of immortality, not just in the physical sense, but in the eternal nature of love, service, and devotion. Another significant anecdote that shows Hanuman's unwavering devotion and humility occurred when he met Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandava brothers. During the Mahabharata, Yudhishthira asked Hanuman how he had become so powerful and why he didn't seek more recognition or status. Hanuman replied that the secret to his strength was his unwavering faith and devotion to Lord Rama, and that he had no desire for worldly recognition because all that mattered to him was serving Rama. This highlights Hanuman's deep inner strength, which came from his total surrender and devotion. He didn't seek glory for himself, but found immense power in serving the divine. This is a profound lesson for all of us that our real strength comes from aligning with our higher purpose and letting go of the desire for external validation. Lastly, I would mention that one of Hanuman's enduring qualities, which continues to inspire millions today, is his ability to combine immense physical power with deep wisdom and compassion. In many stories, like the one where he carried the Sanjeevani mountain to save Lakshmana, Hanuman's strength is matched by his deep understanding of the situation and his compassion for those in need. This combination of power, wisdom, and compassion makes Hanuman a complete being and a perfect role model. He shows us that true strength is not just about physical might, but about using that strength wisely and compassionately to serve others. This is a key teaching in Art of Living, where Gurudev emphasizes the importance of balancing strength and compassion in our actions. These stories and insights really complete the picture of Hanuman's character. His life is a masterclass in humility, service, devotion, strength, wisdom, and compassion. It's clear that Hanuman's relevance is timeless, and his example offers so much guidance for our own lives, whether it's dealing with challenges, serving others, or deepening our spiritual practice. Thank you both for sharing these powerful stories and teachings. I'm sure this conversation will inspire many to reflect on Hanuman's life and apply his wisdom in his own journeys. Jai Gurudev. We have delved deeply into Hanuman's character, covering a remarkable range of stories and qualities. However, given the vastness of Hanuman's legacy, are there any still other anecdotes or stories that we may have missed? Indeed, despite a comprehensive discussion, there are always subtleties to be explored. One story that often remains in the shadows but is crucial is the story of Hanuman's curse and blessing after his childhood exploits, where he playfully caused a chaos among the sages by flying and using his strength. Some sages cursed him to forget his divine powers until reminded of them. This is why Hanuman only realized the full extent of his powers when Jambavan reminded him during the search for Sita. The deeper message here is that sometimes we forget our own strength and potential. Hanuman's forgetfulness and subsequent awakening symbolize the human condition. We are often unaware of our latent spiritual strength, but when the right moment or guidance arrives, we are reminded of the immense power within us. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji often says that life is about remembering who we truly are, and Hanuman's story is a direct reflection of that. That's a powerful story indeed. Another interesting anecdote is about Hanuman's visit to the Patal Loka or netherworld after the Ramayana war. While there, Hanuman encountered Ahiravana, a demon who had captured Lord Rama and Lakshmana. Hanuman not only defeated Ahiravana but also destroyed the entire Pataloka and rescued the brothers. This story highlights Hanuman's fearlessness and his protective nature. Even in the face of the darkest forces, his journey to the underworld symbolizes the depths we sometimes have to explore within ourselves to conquer our inner demons and darkness. Hanuman shows us that with devotion and strength, we can bring even the darkest corners of our lives back to light. That's an excellent point. There is another story from the Sundarkand of the Ramayana where Hanuman, after discovering Sita in Lanka, approaches her in the Ashoka Vatika. This is an extremely delicate moment. As Sita is in immense sorrow, Hanuman's approach here is full of wisdom and sensitivity. He doesn't rush to console her directly, but first shows her Rama's ring as a token of trust and then speaks of his devotion to Rama. This teaches us the importance of empathy and how to approach others in times of distress. Hanuman's wisdom lies not just in his might but in his deep understanding of human emotions. He shows us how to offer comfort and strength to others without overwhelming them. Another aspect we haven't touched upon enough is Hanuman's role as the ultimate bhakta, the perfect devotee. One beautiful story demonstrates this when Rama, after returning to Ayodhya and taking the throne, distributes gifts to all his companions. When he offers a necklace or pearls to Hanuman, Hanuman starts breaking each pearl and inspecting it. When asked why, Hanuman replies that he is checking whether Ram's name is inside each pearl. He says that if Ram's name isn't inside, it's of no value to him. This shows the depth of Hanuman's devotion. Everything in his life revolves around Rama. For Hanuman, Ram's presence is the only thing that gives meaning to anything. Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji often speaks about the essence of bhakti, where love for the divine surpasses everything else. Hanuman is a perfect example of this pure, unwavering devotion. There is another lesser known story involving Hanuman's deep knowledge of music. Once Hanuman was asked to sing for Rama and the court of Ayodhya. He began singing with such devotion that everyone in the court was moved to tears. But at one point, Hanuman's devotion became so intense that his singing began to disrupt the balance of the universe. The gods had to intervene and request Hanuman to tone down his music and devotion as it was causing cosmic disturbances. This shows us that Hanuman was not just physically powerful, but also possessed the refined spiritual art of music. When he used to connect with the divine, it teaches us the importance of power or emotion and devotion. In the art of living, music and sound are powerful mediums through which we can elevate our consciousness, and Hanuman's musical devotion is a reminder of this. Another crucial but sometimes overlooked aspect is Hanuman's commitment to knowledge and learning after the Ramayana war. It is said that Hanuman approached Surya, the sun god, as his guru to learn the sacred Vedas and other scriptures. Despite being so powerful, Hanuman always sought to deepen his understanding and wisdom. He would travel along with Surya's movement across the sky to absorb all knowledge without disturbing Surya's duties. His learning was done with great humility and dedication. This story teaches us that no matter how strong or accomplished we are, the quest for knowledge must never stop. Gurudev always emphasizes that continuous learning and growth, which is a central theme in Hanuman's life as well. Another often overlooked detail from Hanuman's stories is his ability to shrink to the size of a fly and expand to a size larger than mountains. When he was sent to find the medicinal herb for Lakshmana, he was initially unsure of which plant it was, so he lifted the entire mountain. This act is widely known, but what many forget is that it reflects Hanuman's ability to adapt to any situation. He can shrink when needed to be humble and expand when necessary to take up great responsibilities. This adaptability is one of Hanuman's most valuable lessons for us today. The ability to adjust ourselves according to the situation, whether that requires humility or strength. Another poignant story comes from the post war days. After Rama's coronation as king, everyone wanted to serve Rama. When Hanuman asked for his role, he humbly requested the privilege of always being allowed to serve Rama by simply sitting at his feet while others sought larger roles in the administration or kingdom. Hanuman's only desire was to remain in Ram's presence, symbolizing his humility and single minded devotion. This story reminds us that true service to the divine doesn't always mean grand gestures or large responsibilities. Sometimes the greatest service is simply staying close to the divine and maintaining that connection in our hearts. Lastly, I would like to mention one of Hanuman's hidden qualities, his role as a healer. There is an incident in the Mahabharata when Hanuman appears before Arjuna during the Kurukshetra war. In a subtle form, Hanuman strengthens Arjuna's chariot making it indestructible. Hanuman's protective and healing power during battles, whether in the Ramayana or the Mahabharata, is an indication of his ability to heal not just physical wounds but also emotional and spiritual ones. Hanuman's blessings are said to protect us from diseases, fear, and mental turbulence, making him a powerful healer in a broader sense. This is why so many devotees turn to Hanuman during times of difficulty. He offers both physical protection and spiritual strength. This has been an incredibly rich and enlightening conversation. The stories and wisdom we have explored paint a full picture of Hanuman's unmatched devotion, strength, wisdom, humility, and his constant service to others. From the deepest aspects of spirituality to the everyday lessons of humility and adaptability, Hanuman's life offers teachings for all of us. Thank you both for sharing such deep insights and reminding us of the timeless relevance of Hanuman's stories. His life is indeed a beacon of light, guiding us toward devotion, service, and inner strength. Thank you. It's been a pleasure sharing Hanuman's eternal wisdom, and I hope these stories inspire others to connect with his divine qualities. Absolutely, Hanuman is a symbol of boundless love, service, and strength, and I believe that anyone who invokes him with a pure heart will be blessed with these qualities. Thank you for this opportunity to reflect on his life. Jagudev, the depth and breadth of stories we have explored are profound, yet Hanuman's legacy seems endless. As we continue, are there any further anecdotes or wisdom from Hanuman's life that we may have missed, or perhaps teachings that need a deeper exploration for our understanding? There is one more story that often doesn't get the attention it deserves, which is Hanuman's role as a Rudra avatar, the incarnation of Lord Shiva. According to ancient texts, Hanuman is considered an incarnation of Shiva, symbolizing the unification of devotion, bhakti, and strength. Shakti. This aspect of Hanuman is rarely discussed in popular stories but holds significant spiritual importance. The story of Shiva taking the form of Hanuman to serve Lord Rama highlights a unity of divine energies. It teaches us that even the greatest powers like Shiva embody the attitude of servitude. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji often emphasizes this balance between power and humility, and Hanuman is the perfect representation of that balance. Yes, that's a very important point. Another story we haven't fully explored is Hanuman's involvement in the battle with the Asuras or demons. Beyond the events of the Ramayana, there are many lesser known Puranic tales where Hanuman is shown battling demonic forces on behalf of sages, protecting the Dharma even after Lord Ram's earthly mission ended. One such story involves Hanuman protecting a group of sages from the demon Kalasura. Using his power of flight, Hanuman swooped in and defeated the demon, restoring peace. This is a reminder of Hanuman's ongoing commitment to righteousness and protection, even after the main events of the Ramayana. It highlights his everlasting vigilance and readiness to serve the divine. Another important story that demonstrates Hanuman's loyalty and dedication is from the end of the Ramayana when Lord Ram was preparing to leave his earthly incarnation. He instructed Hanuman to stay on earth as his representative. Hanuman was granted immortality, and even to this day, it is believed that he continues to live among us, ever ready to protect and serve those who call upon him with devotion. This is one of the most powerful stories about Hanuman, symbolizing his eternal presence and the assurance that he is always available to guide and protect us. It connects deeply with the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, who speaks about a continuous presence of divine energy in our lives, even when we may not directly see it. That's beautifully put. Another lesser known story involves Hanuman and his encounter with Bhima, his brother from the Pandavas in the Mahabharata, which we have already discussed. We also haven't touched on Hanuman's role as a teacher and his influence on future generations. After the events of the Ramayana, it is said that Hanuman taught brahmacharya, celibacy, and self control to many disciples. He remained a perfect example of purity and discipline throughout his life. His ability to harness his immense energy to the practice of self control is one of the greatest contributions to the spiritual path. The Gurudev often speaks about controlling the mind and senses through regular practice, and Hanuman is an embodiment of this teaching. His discipline and purity continue to inspire spiritual seekers today. Another unique story involves Hanuman's deep connection to the Navgrahas, the nine planets. There is an instance in mythology where Hanuman defeated the planetary deities, including Shani, Saturn, and freed them from the demon Ravana's control. As a result, Shani Dev blessed Hanuman, promising that anyone who worships Hanuman will be protected from the harmful effects of Saturn. This connection with the planets is significant because it shows Hanuman's power to influence cosmic forces for the benefit of his devotees. In Vedic astrology, Hanuman is often invoked to mitigate planetary hardships. This adds another dimension to Hanuman's role as a protector, not just from physical harm, but also from cosmic influences that can affect our lives. There is also a beautiful story about Hanuman's love for the Ramayana. Once he discovered that the sage Valmiki had composed a Ramayana, but feeling that his version was not adequately devotional, Hanuman wrote his own version, inscribing it on rocks. When Valmiki saw Hanuman's version, he realized it was far superior because of the depth of Hanuman's devotion. In humility, Valmiki chose to discard his version, but Hanuman, ever so humble, told Valmiki that his version should be preserved and shared as his was written for his personal devotion. This story shows Hanuman's unparalleled humility. Despite his own greatness, he was always ready to place others first. It's a profound lesson in selflessness and humility, which Gurudev often teaches. Hanuman was always more concerned about the well being and recognition of others than his own. Another fascinating point involves Hanuman's connection to the Hanuman Chalisa. The Chalisa, written by the poet Saint Tulsidas, is one of the most powerful hymns dedicated to Hanuman. It is said that when Tulsidas composed the Hanuman Chalisa, Hanuman appeared before him, blessing the hymn and ensuring that anyone who chants it with devotion will be protected from harm and granted strength. The Hanuman Chalisa has since become a vital part of Hanuman worship. With devotees around the world reciting it daily, it is considered a powerful remedy for fear, uncertainty, and challenges in life. Hanuman's direct blessing on this sacred text shows his continuing engagement with the welfare of his devotees, making the Chalisa a living connection to his divine protection. That's a key point, and it brings to mind the role of Hanuman as a remover of obstacles. In many traditions, Hanuman is invoked for removing physical, mental, and spiritual obstacles, just as he cleared the path of our Lord Rama by leaping across the ocean to reach Sita. Hanuman clears the path for his devotees, helping them overcome difficulties and achieve their goals. The quality of Hanuman reflects one of Gurudev's teachings that we should approach life with unwavering faith and determination. Hanuman represents that strength within us to overcome any hurdle, no matter how insurmountable it may seem. Lastly, one story that is often missed is Hanuman's vow to protect Ayodhya and its people. After Lord Ram's return and coronation, Hanuman vowed to stay and protect the city and its inhabitants forever. This is why many devotees believe that Hanuman is still present in Ayodhya today, guarding the city and ensuring the well-being of those who live there. This vow symbolizes Hanuman's unending devotion and service. Even after his primary mission with the Lord Rama was completed, his protective presence continues to be felt in places of devotion like Ayodhya and in the hearts of devotees. Hanuman is not just a historical figure, he is a living force that protects and guides us even today. These final stories truly deepen our understanding of Hanuman as a multifaceted being, protector, devotee, healer, and teacher. His lessons are timeless and they resonate strongly with the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, especially in the way they emphasize humility, service, and inner strength. Thank you both for this enlightening conversation. Hanuman's stories and teachings will undoubtedly continue to inspire and guide countless devotees on their spiritual journeys. It's been an honor to discuss these beautiful stories. Hanuman is indeed a symbol of unwavering devotion and strength, and I hope this discussion will inspire others to connect with his energy. Absolutely, Hanuman's life is a treasure trove of wisdom, and his presence is a constant reminder of our own divine potential. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to reflect on his greatness in Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev, and thank you both for sharing such deep insights into Hanuman's life and devotion. Before we conclude, are there any more aspects, anecdotes, or stories from Hanuman's life that we haven't covered yet? Yes, there is indeed one more lesser known story that deserves mention. After the events of the Ramayana, Hanuman continued to live on earth and perform many acts of kindness and service. True, though he remained hidden from public view, one such story is from the Mahabharata era where Hanuman helped Arjuna construct a bridge of arrows across the river during the Kurukshetra war. Arjuna had built a bridge using his powerful arrows, claiming that it was strong enough to withstand anything. Krishna, knowing Arjuna's pride, summoned Hanuman to test the bridge. Disguised as an old monkey, Hanuman lightly walked across the bridge, which immediately collapsed under his weight. Arjuna was humbled, and Krishna explained that it was Hanuman's power that had tested the bridge. teaching Arjuna the importance of humility. This story emphasizes that no matter how great our skills or abilities, we must always remain humble. This again ties into one of Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji's key teachings, where he emphasizes that no matter how accomplished we are, the moment pride enters, it becomes a barrier to our growth. Hanuman, throughout his life, exemplified the highest form of humility and devotion, teaching us to remain grounded in all circumstances. That's a great addition. Another point I would like to mention relates to Hanuman's presence in Kishkinda after the Ramayana. The kingdom of Kishkinda was under the rule of Sugriva, and Hanuman was a key protector of that land. Even after the Ramayana, Hanuman stayed connected with Kishkinda and helped govern and protect its people. In some folklore, it is said that he protected the forest from invaders and those who would harm nature. Hanuman is thus seen as a protector of the environment, a lesson that resonates deeply today. Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji frequently speaks about environmental consciousness, and Hanuman's example shows how difficult and ancient wisdom can guide us to live in harmony with nature. His love for the forest and his role as a guardian of the natural world show how devotion extends beyond just spiritual practice. It's about how we interact with and protect the earth. Absolutely. And while we are on the topic of Hanuman's ongoing service, another important story is about Hanuman's role during King Vikramaditya's reign. It is believed that Hanuman guided and protected King Vikramaditya, one of the most celebrated rulers in Indian history, known for his wisdom and justice. Hanuman's blessings helped Vikramaditya maintain this rule of righteousness and dharma. This shows Hanuman's commitment to supporting righteous kings and leaders, helping them serve their people with integrity and justice. In many ways, this aligns with the Gurudev's teachings on leadership and governance. Hanuman shows us that true leadership is about serving the people with wisdom and compassion, and Hanuman's guidance helped many leaders throughout history. A lesser known anecdote which reflects Hanuman's immense knowledge is found in the conversation between Hanuman and Garuda, the eagle mount of Lord Vishnu. In this story, Garuda, known for his speed and strength, came to meet Hanuman and was curious about Hanuman's vast powers. Hanuman humbly described his devotion to Lord Rama, explaining that his strength and abilities were merely a reflection of his deep love and devotion for the Lord. Garuda, impressed by Hanuman's wisdom and humility, recognized that true power lies in surrendering to the divine. This story teaches us that knowledge, like strength, is rooted in humility. No matter how much we learn, we must always remain grounded in our devotion. This story reflects the wisdom shared by Gurudev, where we often emphasizes that knowledge alone is not enough. It's the purity of heart and devotion that transforms knowledge into wisdom. Another fascinating anecdote that is rarely discussed comes from the Ananda Ramayana, which describes Hanuman's role in protecting King Shatrughna, Lord Ram's younger brother, after the events of the Ramayana. When Shatrughna was fighting a powerful demon named Lavanasura, Hanuman came to his aid. In a fierce battle, Hanuman used his strength and agility to overpower the demon and protect Shatrughna, ensuring that Dharma was upheld. The story is significant because it shows Hanuman's loyalty and service not just to Lord Rama but to the entire Raghu dynasty. It emphasizes the idea of serving not just the divine but all of creation. This connects with the Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji's philosophy that when we serve others selflessly, we are serving the divine. Hanuman's protection of Shatrughna shows that devotion extends beyond rituals and prayers. It's about standing up for righteousness wherever it is needed. And while we have discussed Hanuman's immense strength, there is also a story from the Puranas where Hanuman demonstrates his subtle yet powerful healing abilities. It is said that during a time of great drought, Hanuman meditated and invoked the blessings of the divine, causing rain to fall and end the suffering of the people. This story highlights another dimension of Hanuman's powers, his connection to the elements and his ability to heal nature and restore balance. This is crucial in teaching in today's world where ecological imbalances are affecting millions. Hanuman shows us that when we are connected to the divine, we can harness that energy to heal and restore harmony in our environment. Gurudev often speaks about the importance of restoring balance both within ourselves and in the world around us, and Hanuman's story is a beautiful reflection of this principle. We also haven't yet mentioned Hanuman's role in spreading the power of chanting and mantra. Hanuman is considered a master of sound and vibration. It is said that when Hanuman chants Lord Ram's name, the vibrations themselves have the power to transform and elevate those around him. This is why, in many traditions, invoking Hanuman through mantras like Om Hanumate Namaha or chanting the Hanuman Chalisa or Sundarkanda is seen as a powerful way to overcome obstacles and cleanse the mind of negativity. Hanuman's mastery of sound aligns with the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji, especially in the use of chanting and the transmitted power of sound during meditation. The practices of Sudarshan Kriya, for example, works with breath and sound to harmonize the body and mind, much like how Hanuman's chanting harmonizes the cosmic energies around him. One more story that highlights Hanuman's compassion is the story of Hanuman helping a devotee named Suryakanta, a young boy who was deeply devoted to Lord Rama but faced numerous challenges in life. It is said that Hanuman appeared in his dream and guided him on how to overcome the obstacles by chanting the name of Rama and practicing daily devotion. With Hanuman's blessings, Suryakanta's life transformed and he became a great spiritual leader. This anecdote reinforces Hanuman's role as a compassionate guide, always ready to help those who are struggling, no matter how small or insignificant their problems may seem. This story ties back to Gurudev's teaching that no prayer goes unheard and that the divine always responds to sincere calls for help. Another story that often goes unnoticed is the one where Hanuman helps rescue Rukmini, the wife of Lord Krishna, from an evil king named Shishupala. When Shishupala abducted Rukmani, Hanuman, hearing the call for help, intervened and rescued her, ensuring her safe return to Krishna. This story shows Hanuman's readiness to serve the divine in every form, whether it be Lord Ram or Lord Krishna. Hanuman's story in this story reminds us that he transcends time and space. His devotion and service to the divine continues across different incarnations and forms. This aligns with the teachings of Gurudev, who often reminds us that devotion to the divine is not limited to one form or one time, it is eternal. These stories truly add new layers of understanding to Hanuman's character and his role as a protector, healer, and eternal servant of the divine. His life continues to inspire us to live with humility, devotion, and strength. Thank you for sharing these additional insights. It's been an enlightening experience to dive so deeply into the many facets of Hanuman's life and teachings. It has been an honor to explore these stories with you. Hanuman's life is a treasure trove of wisdom, and we are fortunate to be able to reflect on his teachings, especially with the guidance of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji, whose teachings resonate so deeply with Hanuman's values. Absolutely, Hanuman's legacy lives on, and through practices like meditation, seva, service, and devotion, we can all connect with that divine energy and live more fulfilling lives. Thank you for this opportunity to share Hanuman's stories and wisdom. Thank you for the comprehensive discussion. But before we conclude, I would like to ensure we have covered all the points. There are a few more subtle aspects of Hanuman's character and life that we can mention. One such story revolves around Hanuman's encounter with the nine Navgrahas, the planets. It is believed that during the battle against Ravana, Hanuman once captured and subdued the nine planetary deities known as the Navgrahas to prevent them from influencing the outcome of the war. This powerful feat is rarely spoken about, but it highlights Hanuman's mastery over cosmic forces. In this story, Hanuman doesn't bind the Navgrahas to overpower them, but rather to ensure that destiny and planetary influences do not interfere with the higher will of the divine plan set by Lord Rama. This shows that Hanuman's powers go beyond physical strength. He has the ability to transcend time, space, and cosmic energies. That's a great point. In the teachings of Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankarji, it is often mentioned that when we surrender to the divine, we rise above the influences of planetary forces and karma. Hanuman's ability to control these cosmic energies is a profound message for us, teaching that complete devotion and surrender to the divine can help us navigate even the most difficult karmic patterns and challenges in life. Another story to add is Hanuman's role as a messenger of peace after the victory over Ravana and the return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya. Hanuman took it upon himself to ensure that peace and harmony were maintained throughout the kingdom. In some versions of the Ramayana, it is said that Hanumana, with his immense intelligence, advised and guided the administration in Ayodhya to ensure that justice, fairness, and peace prevail. This demonstrates Hanuman's qualities as not just a warrior or a devotee, but also a statesman, someone who was deeply involved in maintaining harmony and balance in society. This aspect reflects Gurudev's teachings on the importance of governance and leadership rooted in compassion and wisdom. Building on that, another anecdote worth noting is about Hanuman's continued role as a protector and guide for saints and sages after the Ramayana. In one story, it is said that a group of sages meditated in a deep forest, but they were frequently disturbed by negative energies and spirits. Hanuman, upon hearing of this, took it upon himself to guard the ashram where the sages were meditating, ensuring that no disturbances could affect their spiritual practices. This anecdote highlights Hanuman's role as a protector of dharma and spiritual seekers. He is not only devoted to the divine and form, but also devoted to protecting those who are on the path of spirituality. This is especially relevant today, where we need protection from distractions and negative influences that can derail our spiritual growth. Gurudev often speaks about the importance of protecting one's inner space through sadhana, spiritual practice, and Hanuman embodies this protective energy. Yes, and on a similar note, we should also talk about Hanuman's selflessness. One story from the later parts of the Ramayana tells us that after Lord Rama returned to his divine abode, Hanuman requested to remain on earth as long as people continued to chant the name of Lord Rama. Hanuman's eternal presence on earth as a protector and guide for devotees is a testament to his selfless service. This story highlights Hanuman's willingness to forego his own ascension in order to continue serving others. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji often emphasizes the highest form of service or seva that arises from pure love and devotion without expecting anything in return. Hanuman's life is an embodiment of this highest form of selfless service. Another interesting aspect in Hanuman's connection with Lord Shiva. It is said that Hanumana is an incarnation of Lord Shiva himself, which adds a different layer of understanding to his character. The story goes that Shiva took the form of Hanuman to serve Lord Rama, his beloved. This is a powerful message about the interconnectedness of different divine aspects. Even the mighty Shiva, considered the supreme destroyer in the Hindu Trinity, chose to take the humble form of Hanuman to express his devotion. This aligns with Gurudev's teaching that all forms of the divine are interconnected, and the true essence of devotion is surrender and humility. Whether it's Lord Shiva, Lord Rama, or Lord Krishna, the path of devotion transcends form and focuses on the essence of love. Speaking of connections between deities, there is also the beautiful relationship between Hanuman and Lord Vishnu's other avatars. In some folk traditions, Hanuman is said to have met Lord Krishna during the Mahabharata. It is said that Hanuman blessed Arjuna by being present on the flag of Arjuna's chariot during the great war of Kurukshetra, thus ensuring victory for Dharma. This symbolic presence of Hanuman symbolizes protection, courage, and victory over unrighteousness. The story emphasizes Hanuman's unwavering commitment to Dharma no matter what form the divine takes. Gurudev often speaks about the universality of spiritual truths, and Hanuman's connection with various avatars is a perfect reflection of this teaching. His devotion is not limited to one form but extends across ages and avatars, showing that the essence of devotion is eternal. I would also like to bring up a story from Hanuman's childhood that is often overlooked. When Hanuman was a child, he mistook the sun for a ripe fruit and leaped toward the sky to catch it. This innocent act, while humorous, also demonstrates Hanuman's innate fearlessness and his boundless energy. Even as a young child, Hanuman's strength and determination were unmatched, and his desire to reach for the fruit of knowledge was symbolic of his eternal quest for wisdom. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji often speaks about the childlike qualities that we must retain as we grow: innocence, curiosity, and the courage to pursue what is truly important in life. Hanuman's leap towards the sun is a reminder to keep reaching for higher knowledge, truth with a fearless heart. One more story that we haven't yet covered is from the Skanda Purana, where Hanuman is described as a master of all the Vedas. After the events of the Ramayana, Hanuman was said to have traveled across the world, spreading the wisdom of the Vedas and teaching humanity the importance of righteousness, devotion, and service. This shows that Hanuman was not only a warrior and a devotee, but also a great scholar and teacher. This connects with Gurudev's emphasis on the importance of knowledge, wisdom, and spreading dharma in the world. Hanuman's dedication to teaching others reflects the idea that true wisdom is meant to be shared for the benefit of all. These stories and anecdotes adds so many layers to Hanuman's character, from his humility and devotion to his immense wisdom and protective nature. Hanuman's true life truly offers countless lessons that are still relevant today, especially in the light of the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji. Indeed, Hanuman's life is a timeless source of inspiration, and his stories resonate with the teachings of the art of living in so many ways. Whether it's in terms of service, devotion, humility, or strength, we are fortunate to be able to learn from his example. Absolutely, Hanuman's stories remind us that true power lies in surrender and service, and that the depth and the path of devotion can lead to the highest wisdom. Thank you for this opportunity to explore the many facets of Hanuman's life and how they connect with the teachings of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji. Thank you both for sharing such a rich and profound understanding of Hanuman's life. It's been a truly enlightening conversation, Jai Gurudev.